Hello, hello, Katja here. And if thank you, someone is joining, please let me know if you see me and hear me well. I'm here, I see people joining, so please say hello and let me know if you can see and hear me. Okay, hello Debbie. Hello. So, and Natalie's here. That's nice. Do everybody see and hear me? Hello, Riikka. Nice to see you. Arti, see and hear great. Thank you, Debbie, so much. It's so important. Yeah, and welcome. Hello, hello. Okay, I have something today, and yes, see and hear, then we're good. Hello, Mila. Nice to see you. Everybody are so welcome to me. I'm Katja from Sweden. I'm in a Finna Bears team, and here I'm hosting Prima today. I'm so happy. And today I have some art journaling. I have this mixed media art daily journal with 300 grams pressed mixed media paper and really a nice size to work with. I really enjoy this, and you can have it with you also if you go by car or on a holiday or something. So this is my book for today. This is a new one. I haven't started with this one yet. I have prepped one like this. And this, I have already altered my cover of my journal with different waxes. And here are the page that we are going to work with. Hello, hello, thank you, and everybody see and hear me good. That's nice. So, some art journaling today. This gorgeous book with this mixed media paper, and I have folded up the binder so it's easier to work because I have already made some pages here. But this is a page. Yes, it's a gorgeous journal. I really agree. I will do one page, and with this page I will show you how I do my own die cuts on an easy way. And we will have some pattern in the background, so we start with that one. I have this gorgeous tissue paper, a little bit vintage and brown. It's a little bit big size, but I love the pattern here on the side, the flowery. So I want to keep the pattern. I hope you see it well. Yeah, this size is a really gorgeous book to work with. And you could cut this pattern, but I add some water on my paintbrush, and I put it on around my paper like this. And this, I will cover the edges so it doesn't need to be perfect. But when I put some water around, it's more easy to tear this off. So it's very easy. So I'm sure I will not destroy it. There are some patterns that I want to keep. So very easy. Only with a brush and water. And Hello, Shannon. Hello. And I want to add this pattern on the edge here. So I'm happy to joining. Hope everybody is fine and having a good time. And art journaling is so free, I believe. When you do art journaling, it's fun and free, and sometimes it's only for your own pleasure. I use a soft matte gel, and for this art journaling, I really like to have a matte page. Hello from Sweden. Hey, Sverige. I'm adding the soft matte gel on the page. We see if I put this aside a little bit on the page here, and I will add like a thin coat. I have some pearls and something in my soft matte gel, and that's happened when you work with mixed media sometimes, that you end up things in the jar. Okay, when you add this, be really careful because the soft matte gel is wet, so you are careful when you add it. And I want to add it on the edges, and I try, and I'm careful. I'm starting from the middle with the brush. So, and here you could do with much texture, but here I really love to have the pattern to show. Hello, Ida. Hello, Sarah. So many people and some Swedish people joining. So happy that you're joining. Yeah, always happen things in my gels, both some art ingredients, but also other stuffs. But that's happen when you are doing mixed media, but it's not a big problem. No, not at all. You could pull it out, but I don't do. Otherwise, you could put it on the edge. We do that. We don't cut the edges. We put it on the back side, like that. And now we need to dry it. Yes, we need to heat dry it. And please let me know now, where are you from, people who is here? From where are you coming? Nice to see all the people joining. Yeah, I don't mind the art stones or something like that. And I need to add something more here. And I believe if you do some art journaling, it's perfect. If you want to try new stuff or new techniques, a book is perfect working to try new things, doing nice and trying new products. And because it's a bit smaller area, from Texas, Canada, so nice, Buffalo, California. Hello, everybody. So far away from me, Sweden. Yes. Finland. Yes. Hyvä Suomi. So nice of you all that you're here with me in my crafty space. Okay, I have been drying up now because I want to soften up the page. I want this edge to go like in the same pattern to keep this. So I will add some heavy gesso, some white heavy gesso on this, and I also have like a wet brush when I add the heavy gesso, because I don't want it to be completely white, but I need to prime my page because I will work on it. So I'm adding the white here. And like I said, I only dip my brush in the water, and that's pretty enough to have the watery effect on my page. And because I want it to be a little bit primed but still show the pattern, something like that, and I'm happy. And I use gesso for prime my page. And sometimes when you work with this, your page get a little bit bulky, and to make the paper work better, it's better that I do a little bit water on the back side also, and that can help the page to be straightened up a little bit. And yes, Jody. Natalie is with me for Prima today, and I used to attach my tissue paper. I use soft matte gel, gorgeous gel that is perfect to add like paper pieces and some small mediums and like that. Okay, that is fine. We have that. Now I want to add some stamping, and I don't to do so much stamping. I have black ink here, but a little bit on the background I would do, and only here, and I'm doing it a little bit randomly like that, only on the edges, and it doesn't matter what kind of stamp here. I have one of Finnabair stamps here. Okay, this need to dry. Even the stamp, the ink need to dry before, because I will work on the surface. We keep it a little bit like that. I will show you something else, because we will do our own embellishments. So are you ready? Because I want to do some of my embellishment by myself. We do that right way. And because here on the page I have made this like die cuts by stenciling, and I will show you. Here I have a piece of white paper, and I have the floral net stencil. It's really it have a little bit of the impasto paints on it. It's like that. I was not too quick to clean my stencil, but it's work fine. But if you have pastes or medium, be sure to be quick to clean your stencil. Now I have the icing paste in white gold, and from that one I will do my own decorations, my embellishments on a very easy way. I have this floral net, and there are some beautiful patterns here, like flowers. So I'm doing this very easy way. I take the icing paste and only doing these here. I'm using the silicone brush, and like that, and I'm doing this one too. It can be a little bit tricky to have them on the same like that. I will try to show you, but we're doing some, and we can leave them for drying. Aren't they gorgeous? And you can do like cutouts from them. And sometime when you do art journaling, I see if I see what I'm doing. You don't want to have pages that are too bulky. And it's really gorgeous. I'm leaving this for drying a little bit. This paste, really need to clean it up. Right now I'm using baby wipe, but if you have a water in your craft room or quick to get to your crafty space, use water instead. Right now I'm using the baby wipe like that. Okay. And we are doing more embellishments. Here I have the dandelion stencil, and there are some great flower pieces, and I want to do something with them too. And on this page, they have a different background. We are doing it using we're adding some color to them. And we don't need to do it so complicated because I want to show you that I can use the waxes also. And here I have the matte waxes. Yes, you can use them on flat coat like this rusty red. It's here on my cover and stencil, and been rubbing it in different times, and you get a gorgeous color. So I will use my finger and I will color my paper. Not so difficult, and right now I'm using this like a paint, but it will make a gorgeous background. And this can be a good idea if you suddenly don't have the color. And I love to use the products, what I have in my stash, on many different ways. So it's so easy to add a color. I will heat it a little bit. So it's a little bit. I don't dry it too much because I was really rubbing it with my finger. And I now have a gorgeous color. And like you see, it's the same here. I believe I have a little bit glossy paper here. And here I haven't used any gesso or nothing. So it gets a really matte finish. I dry it a little bit. Okay. And I'm now using the dandelion stencil to do the same thing and leave it for drying. So I have 3 dandelions here in the row, and I will add the white gold icing paste a little bit carefully, and I will leave it to dry. Okay. And when they are drying, they can be ready to do cutouts. How many colors you have of same waxes? The matte waxes, they come in how many colors? 6 different colors. You see, if I have all the 6 colors of the matte waxes, we pull out my box. Here is my wax box. Ooh. we have the black one. Da, da, da. We see if I have everyone in the box. I'm not sure. We have the rusty brown. And look, do we have the white here? I'm not sure. Look, here are the matte waxes. 6 gorgeous colors. And they work so well together. Today I will use the patina blue and the mint sparkle and the rusty red. But I could use also the charcoal black and the brown. So yes, they are gorgeous. And you can use them at the same way that I do the what I will do. So, but now we will work on the background again. We go back while our embellishments is drying. We put our white gold and be sure to close it well so they don't dry. So, oops, I got the paste everywhere. Yep, I will need to dry up. If you don't dry your stamping, it will, with the backset, will get smooth and a little black. And I don't mind it so much if that happens, but we dry it up a little bit. Some stamps inks are wet, so you need to dry up a little bit. It can take some time. And we see if this was enough. It's always a challenge when you're doing things live. Okay, you see I have blue and green on my page. I also have one other color. We will come to that later. I will do this page a little bit more greenish, but I remember what I should do first. We need to have some modeling paste because it have a texture. I almost forgot. And can you guess what? Tomorrow I start my summer holiday. Aren't that really gorgeous? Okay, I have this Gothic stencil. This is just amazing. And I really love that number and the old text here. And I want to keep the text like here. You see? 770. I love that. So I want to have it to be shown here. And I will add the modeling paste. And I will find the spatula again. Yes, Debbie, this will stay here on the this Facebook page, so you can watch it from the beginning. It will be there. Okay, now I have some modeling paste, white paste, and I want to add texture, and I want to add. Let's see, we'll pull it a little bit. I want to add texture on these places on the edges. So I'm like that, and I will add the modeling paste with the spatula. I don't go entire whole way. The numbers I want to keep, so I'm adding it like that. And it's a gorgeous stencil. I think this can be one of my favorite stencils, or Dandelion is also gorgeous. Do you have a favorite stencils? I believe text is always my favorites when there is a text. And that is just amazing. Just exactly so much fine texture. And here, when I have this small pattern, I have like a more fine texture. I don't have a paste with too much texture because it's a fine, nice pattern. If you have a paste that having more like this, you can have a more texture like graphite paste or sand paste or something like that. But in this Gothic stencil, I'm only using like modeling paste and the icing paste because it's so fine pattern. And I should have adding this rest in one empty art journal page. I should have done it. Okay, do we think we have most of the paste off? I believe so. Yes, Dandelion scripts is amazing stencil. The script stencil I have here in the front, so it's absolutely amazing. So I really love that, and I need to heat it again. So at the same time I'm heating my decorations also. So I heat everything in the same time. And please, if you have any questions, pop them. I read and I try to answer you, or Natalie will help you. So, drying time again. And carefully touch it to see if it will get dry. Yeah, we need stencils. Always we'll need stencils. Of course we need all the stencils so we can do every pattern we really feel of. And now I will add some color to the page. So I will keep the edges here like that. Ah, it starts to get dry, the numbers here. And these also start to get dry. And then I'm happy. Yes. That's nice. Start to get dry. Okay. So carefully also, when my page is ready, I can put them in the press, but they will work time to time in the book anyway. Okay, it's time to add color. And like I said, I want a little bit more greenish in the background. So I will add the mint sparkle. It's really, really shiny. And I use my fingers like that I can use. I also have like a brush. And you see, it's get really one. But I will also use You see if it's clean. This kind of brush, it's perfect. It's very stiff and hard, and you can use this also. I don't know if my brush is really clean. I hope so. And I can add like that. If you don't like to use your fingers. I really like the feeling of feeling the pattern here right now. And right now we really have a greenish color, and I think this green, the mint sparkle, but that was not the color we should have done. Okay. We will add the patina blue. This. Yeah, you can use them in stencil. Now I'm adding the blue one. So I would like to do like a mix like that. So it get like a really nice shade. And you see now when I'm adding the edges of the pattern, it's gone. You see, it doesn't show anymore. So we leave it for drying. And while it's drying, I'm picking out some small scissors and we do some fussy cutting. So I love acrylic paint and things like that, but you can also use waxes and paint on many different ways. This is a way to show that if you don't have a special color, it's very easy to use paints and waxes on other different ways. That's not the problem. Okay, my first embellishments ready. Some fussy cutting. I should have prepared this before you arrived, but sometimes the time is not enough. I think I'm fussy cutting really quick. So I think you can look at your stencils and find some interesting patterns that you can use and create these kind of own die cuts. Because I believe it's like your own die cut, and if you don't want to have too bulky art journal, this is a perfect way to do your own embellishments. Look, already gorgeous. So we're doing 3 of these. I think we do 3 of each, you know, to have odd numbers, 1, 3, or 5 or something. And also to repeat the embellishment to get like a good composition. I'm not perfect on compositions, but you can try to have like a balance in your pages and in your art. Okay, they are just so easy to create, and we have the dandelions, and a little bit more tricky to do the fussy cutting, and I'm not doing it so perfectly, the fussy cutting. It works like that because I want to keep the background color. So you could work more perfectly, but it can be like that. So, and I could have used, icing paste. There are so many colors, and I could use them in different colors if I made. That have been really colorful if I've done that. So, look at these, my own flat decorations. Like and I need to cut them more, little bit on the edges. I will cut. Okay. Hope you stay with me when I'm doing the fussy cutting. It doesn't need to be so perfect like that. We have our embellishments. For embellishments, I also want to have a metallic embellishment, one of these mechanicals, scrapyard butterflies. There are different sizes, and here we have a big butterfly. I believe perhaps we pick out the colors, so we take them out. We see which one we will use. I will also try to find a new picture. We see where I have hide my new lady. Do we have a lady here? Here. And they are gorgeous sentiments here. So I will pick one of these. I will take one here, a lady. And I will also had, oh, I forgot what words you need, they calling. So I will, which one I choose? I choose the ladies with invent your world, surround yourself with people, colors, sounds and work that nourishes you. So we pick one. Ida, I use one of Finna Bear's Art Daily Planner collection, like this, with 24 mixed media papers. Just amazing. And my sticker, what you need, I'm adding it on a white cardstock, so it will be a little bit more sturdy, and I'm cutting it out like that, so it have like a base, and it gives like a frame to the sticker. Okay. Now I'm thinking we need a little bit more. If you notice now, it's really soft and like that. I want to add something more, and we will do, but we'll not do it yet. I will do it later on. So we do this and glue everything, and we will add more colors and paint to the project to give it more. You see the difference? This is really pale, and this is more having it more color. Okay, and I forgot. I want a little bit on the under, so I have a chipboard piece here. We will do something with it, so I'm adding it like that, I believe. And this is only to give everything like a base. And we see if I had a glue that was working. Oops, what's happening here with my glue? Oops, I will find one other glue here. Look, I have a glue. I will glue it here, I believe. Yes, and the composition will be the same. go down here and go up there. So I'm gluing the chipboard like a base, and you can use lace or you can use some washi tape, something like that. And this is my base. Now we'll add my embellishments, like something. I'm thinking how to add my own new made, and I'm trying to do some layering, thinking how I want to add them. And one perhaps can be down here. Yep. And one should be like that. So I'm adding them in the layer, and I will glue everything. And now we have the, yes, you can use your vintage photo booths too. It works fine. And we have the butterflies, and I believe perhaps we take a smaller one, or we take the brown. No, we take the smaller one this time. And perhaps we will add it. We will add it here at the same time. I like that, the butterfly on the top. Don't you think so? Or should it be down? And this one should be up, and the butterfly here. We do that. No, on the top. You see, I'm talking to myself. I have difficult to choose. Okay, something like that. And we will glue everything, because I will add the rest of the colors now on the end. So I use the glue, and right now I'm using the glues because I believe we will finish this. So something like this, I believe. So my decorations, my own made decorations, will show a bit like that. And I'm leaving the last one here go a little bit outside, because I will cut it out. Yes, I believe when sitting here talking to myself, people can think that you're a little bit crazy. Like that. Yeah. Something like that, I believe. And this one also, some glue on it. And this one will come here. And we have like a movement in my composition, and we can use the sentiments here. Okay. So my flowers, yeah, they are like flowers, and they are made by myself. Paper flowers, my die cuts. I have some gold thread. I want to add some extra on the background. And I'm taking the thread and adding it like this, adding even more glue, and like that. Not more complicated to have like the thread coming up. I had like white lace also, but I don't think I need it. So I'm happy with this. I need to get a little bit dry. And we do some last decoration on the end. Okay, now we'll do something very odd. I have some deep turquoise because I want to add some like something popping out, and it's not really, you find that it will be really what you call it will feel really odd when you will add now the liquid acrylic paint to your project, because the wax is like a resist effect, but believe me or not, it will work. I will have like the liquid acrylic paint, deep turquoise, and I'm using a little bit, and I will paint on the background, and you will find that the turquoise color will like move by itself a little bit, because it's like a resist effect, because you have used the wax, but it works perfectly fine when you leave it for drying, because I want to add some extra color to this project. So only like a dip in my liquid acrylic paint, and little bit spraying, not too much, little bit spraying like that, and something happened. And I love the liquid acrylic, and you think that it will not stay or be sticky when it's drying, and it's not. It works because the waxes are like resisting, but it's still working. And I'm thinking that I will not have so much color on this project, but I'm using also my finger to have the color, so a little bit more uneven like that. And I like when something else is happening on the page, so it's a little bit more contrast, something like that. Now I'm having really dirty fingers. I want this to go down. It's not really dry yet, like that. Okay. And I could have used brown on this project, and it's permanent when it's drying, and it's so easy to use. And you see, it was a dip with my paintbrush on only a little bit, and to make the color move, I was using a little bit of water on it, and I'm using my finger like this only to let it move a little bit. So I also have, there are some collection, I will see where I have added. Prima have these watercolor pencils like that, and I see if I have the packaging. There are some of these packaging with stencil pens, watercolor pencils, and I have picked pencils from the basic set. There are like 12 pieces in a sets like this. I have mixed them up a little bit, my sets. I agree that I like to be organized, but sometimes I'm not so successful with that one. Okay, and I want to add like more interest to my page. I think this is doesn't have too much color, so I can use my pen, and I want to shade my project a little bit here, so I'm using my pen and going around a little bit like this. I'm going, I will show you more, and I also go like here and picking up some details. like that. And we see I have like what do you call it, water pencil, and now I'm pushing my watercolor pencil a little bit, and now the color flow, and I have really good control of the color. And you see, I only want to have like a little bit color on some places. I'm adding a little bit here, and now I have still the pattern showing very well, but the color have like a new, get a new my background. And now my background is wet. I can go over, and this pencil will really leave a lot of color, so I can add some extra where I want it, like that, and go over and really do if I want to have some shading or to have some more darker places. Like here down, I want to have more. And also here, I want to have more around these, like that. I also have on this side, I turn it around, it's more easy to paint. And you see, suddenly I have this same color here on this side, and I give it a little bit like framing. I also have a little bit gray, so I'm adding a little bit of the gray also, like that. Not so much, but to give it like a blend here. So I'm doing, and it gives really a lot of color when my surface is wet, but it works perfect. So I think we forget to use this so much, and suddenly I have like a little bit more of the two colors on each side. I could also add a little bit here. So I'm taking my watercolor pencil, and you see there is a little bit color still on this. So my white framing suddenly get a more brownish background, and only of the leftover paint. I think I'm pretty happy with this. I can have a little bit more color here and there. And I really love to adding, and you have like really good control of the color to add like shadows, or only like a thin, not so much color. Now I also want to use these sentiments. They are also from Finnabair, and you see I have really got messed and used them very well. So much, and there are words, and there are also some full sentence, be true to yourself, and everything like that. So these sentiments, I really love to use them. And we see if we can pick some of be in the moment, perhaps. Yeah, we take that sentiment. Oops. And here, and I could push it here, be in the moment. I want to cut it in the middle, and that's go perfectly fine. Yes, sticky pads with many of sentiments, and I have used them on so many projects. I really need a new one. I believe this is my second one, because they are so easy to work on every project. Here are my sentiments, and I will add a little bit of water on them. And you see I still have a little bit on from my pen left, and I will add on the edges a little bit of the brown color because I want it to match my project. Do you see what I'm doing here? It's not so easy. And I take my watercolor pencil again, and I add like my framing here. And no, doesn't need to be perfect, not at all. I'm happy with that. We will dry it a little bit. Yep. It's so easy to get stuck, and many products and like that. And this is a way to use your what you have in your stash, like the stencil. Try to use them on many different ways. And here I have the stickers, and I have dried them a little bit, and I have something here going on, and suddenly, like adding a little bit of the brown pen here, I have the same color on 3 places. Aren't that just gorgeous? And we want to frame our picture, and this was a really nice way to get the color that is the same on the other page, on the 3 here. So now we are framing our picture here because I have the same color in every corner. And now I really want to add a little bit more on the edges. And I don't need to watercolor if you don't like it. It can be like pencil strokes. I don't mind. And suddenly we have a little bit more balance on the project. A little bit different, but almost the same. I always like to add like small details on something like that to my projects. I believe to add like metallics or like this butterfly here, it always give the page something extra. I have the art ingredients, the micro beads. It's a set, and I pick like a brown color set here, micro beads. And you remember the soft matte gel what we have for the tissue paper. I'm using the same gel now to add interest to my page. And yes, it will stay. The small micro beads will really stay on the page with this gel. It works perfectly fine. It's not a problem. So we have like a clean brush. We need to have a clean brush. Do we have a clean brush? Yes, we have a small clean brush, and I'm thinking where to add my micro beads. And here in the center of the flowers, of course, we need to have the beads. So I'm adding a little bit like that. I also can add like here in the background because I have a little bit like empty space here. So I can add a little bit more. I think also the frame looks a little bit like alone. So to make it go together with everything, I'm adding it a little bit here, and I go a little bit too much, like that. Is my sentiment straight? I can't see. Like that, I believe. Okay. And now I have the beads, And I'm carefully sprinkle it like this. And this give, like when it's drying, really nice interest to the page. And I'm sprinkle it also on my photo there to make it like it's so it stay. And I remember I am adding some in the background and keeping around. Yeah, like that. And I believe it's was very easy, and this can be working very that you can use it what I have done on many different projects like this decoration. Now it go outside a little bit, the decoration here down, and you can keep it like that. But I take the scissors and I cut it, and you could leave it or you make it more uneven. But I think we have some very easy made decorations and a new way to use your stencils to make your own die cuts. Why not? And it can be really nice if you have the same texture in the background, the same stencil, and you repeat them again, perhaps in a different color. So many things you can do. So I'm happy with you. We have been now live for 1 hour, and wow, 1 hour of journaling page. I hope you really love it. Yes, please leave me a heart. And we have a photo tomorrow on my Instagram. Thank you, Natalie, for helping me out. And please leave thumbs up and leave hearts. And I'm so happy you was joining my live, and hope to see you soon again. So use your waxes and use your stencils on your art journaling projects or every project you like. It's shimmery and funny, and it's my favorite colors. Thank you, Sabine. My favorite colors with teal and brown is color and gold. Thank you. Hope to see you soon again. Tack så mycket allihopa. Thank you, and hope to see you again, and have a really nice evening or morning or day, and see you soon again, and thank you for joining so much. Bye bye.